We know you love us, but the information on our podcast is provided for educational and entertainment purposes only. It is not intended as a substitute for professional advice of any kind. If you or anyone you know needs professional help, please seek mental health services. Welcome to the Date Podcast, the show for anyone navigating the dating and relationship world. We interview celebrities, talk pop news, discuss dating do's and don'ts, and debate relationship topics. We are available on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Please subscribe and review if you like what you hear. Check out our website, datepodcast.com, for more information. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Now, let's get on with the show.
Emma.
Hi, it's Emma.
Oh my gosh, you're breaking up already. This is like the third week. This is the third week and your internet is like really shitty. Like seriously. Anyways.
It's not my internet. I think it's my AirPods, so I'm going to change them out real quick.
Okay, there you go. It's Zorric and Emma, hosts of the Day Podcast show. I hope everyone.
Host of the Day Podcast.
I hope everyone is doing great today because we have a special guest.
We have like no, not a special guest. We have like a special group.
No, the thing is like we are one. We are one group, one team, one dream.
No, that's really weird to me that you're saying that. Like that's more codependent for me.
Why is that codependent? What's wrong with that?
Yeah, that's codependent for me.
Okay. Who do we have, Emma?
So we have the Improv group Squishin Impossible.
Yay! Hey everybody.
Squish.
So
we have Carl, we have Krystal, we have Steven, we have Kelsey, we have Darren, and of course, the co-host of the podcast, Zorric.
Yeah, so we're all here today to talk about quarantine.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about how everyone in the group is handling it because everyone is just in different situations, right? Good,
True.
bad, happy, sad, smashing it, maybe.
Yeah, I gotta say the girls are killing it in this group because they're both married.
Yeah.
And we also have like one of the husbands on the show. So I gotta say like the girls are killing it and the boys are a bunch of losers.
Thanks a lot.
We're killing it in our own single ways.
Is the husband a loser too?
The husband is killing it too. He is married.
That wasn't clear.
Like you guys, like the four of you that were in the group are like losers.
Thanks a lot.
And we refer to the husband as just the husband, right?
The husband.
Okay, so we'll talk about. Go ahead, Alex.
Groupie,
one more time.
Right?
My name is Alex.
Okay.
But you can call me the husband if you want. That's fine.
Oh,
okay.
Alex is not groupie, but he's a newbie on the show too. So he's not been on. He was on for a second, right? He said hi or something on the show last time, but.
I was in the room. I was in the room as a fanboy, but I wasn't on the show. So thanks for having me.
So yeah, we'll talk about quarantine. We'll play a couple of games, and then that's it. That's all.
That's
all right?
it.
Okay, let's do this.
Yeah.
Emma. Ready? What do you got?
Yeah. I'm also kind of relieved that we're doing this virtually instead of like in person because I would like it's a little overwhelming. I think it was overwhelming last time.
Oh, yeah.
It was fun, but it was overwhelming.
Yeah.
We're a bit of a lot. Yeah.
A lot.
Just that funny.
All right, Emma, what do you have in the
guys.
news there?
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
So what I have in the news today is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
No, don't cut me off. I'm waiting for the music. Thank you.
There it is.
Okay. So currently we are recording through Zoom, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That's correct.
So I think we've all heard or like seen like nightmare Zoom meetings where people think that like they don't know how Zoom is working or they are under the impression that like they can only see one person at a time or only like, and so like nightmares have been happening. So Tiffany Haddish recently shared about her Zoom nightmare. So she was basically like in a Zoom meeting talking with some people, and I guess she didn't know how Zoom worked. I don't know. And she decided to go to the restroom during the Zoom meeting, went to the restroom, took her phone with her, and started using the restroom.
That's something I think Darren would do, right? Would you do that, Darren?
I work for a technology company. I think I can figure it out.
Who couldn't figure out how to
You
get
couldn't figure out how to use Zoom right now. Yeah,
Would it
Carl.
For an hour.
You wouldn't let me in. The host would not let me in.
The host here is Zorric, not me, by the way.
Anyways.
Oh, I know. By the way, when I was interviewing for a tech company, I asked Zorric's help, and he did a really good job coaching me on tech.
Are you employed right now?
Sarcasm.
Yeah.
Damn, like he's the person I need for help with internet. Are you kidding me right now?
Okay.
Oh, I'm not kidding you.
Oh man. Anyways, so it was funny because she really thought that like nobody was really gonna notice her, and then all of a sudden like she's in this meeting and people are like, "Hey, like we can hear you." But good for her because she actually saw the show that she was proposing to these like executives or these people that were in the meeting. So I mean, something good came out of it, right?
But was it number 1 or number 2? That's the question.
Oh, good lord. Oh, geez.
Was it? Okay. I mean, I'm just saying. Go ahead.
Anyways, so if you're like me and you love Parks and Rec, you're probably really excited about this Thursday that's coming up. Steven, I have Steven. Anybody else?
Anybody watch Parks and Rec?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, a huge person.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
So they're all getting together on Thursday, and they have recorded like a brand new episode, but they've done it out of their houses.
Ooh.
Yes. So they recorded this episode in order to raise money for Feeding America, Feeding America's COVID-19 Response Fund. And so a little sneak peek is already out of the like what's going to happen. And so the little video that's already out is it's an exchange between Amy Poehler, Leslie Knope, and Nick Offerman as Ron Swanson, and it's and Ron Swanson as Ron Swanson, with this whole thing. So I'm really excited to do it. Just watch it. I'm also really happy because Rashida Jones is coming back for this, and so is Rob Lowe.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah. Because I mean, who else was like really sad and like just like I was so sad and like I don't want to say depressed, but like it hurt me whenever like Rob Lowe and Rashida Jones left. Like it hurt my soul.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Shut up, Zorric.
Is it gonna be live, or did they already
It's
record it?
not. No, they already recorded it because they did it through like Zoom or virtually, however, because they're all at their houses. I hope that Jerry's like the mayor in this episode.
Oh,
I
I
mean,
love that part
Gary.
so much.
Gary.
Urgich and his hot
All right.
wife.
Larry.
His birthday is February 29th, in case people want to know.
No.
All right, that's all I got. I
Oh.
only have 2 news stories
Emma.
because of all the fun we're gonna have.
That was so
Yeah.
quick. What's next? Oh, okay. So, yeah. So, Emma, how do we know each other?
Who, you and me?
No, like the group.
Oh, I know the group because of you.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
a few summers ago, you were like, "Hey, Emma, I'm part of this improv group, and we have shows at Dallas Comedy House."
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. In Deep Ellum, and we really need you. We really need you. Like, can you bring some friends out too to like come and watch the show because we really need the support. And I went. And unknown to me, I had picked the wrong room, so I didn't even get to watch you guys.
But we still won, guys. We still won.
But you still won. And then all of a sudden, like anytime I would host an event, like here would come these people, and then you would tell me they were part of your improv group. And I'm kind of surprised that they're friends with you because they're kind of cool and
I know they're way cooler than me, obviously. But yeah, so. So it's kind of cool to have you guys on the show. because I know that we all meet like once a week, right? We do our own Zoom thing, and everyone does their Zoom thing.
Yeah,
But
because I'm not allowed to text him during that time.
no,
Like,
no one calls me during our Zoom. This is like very, it's just the group, right? It's only for us. But I'm just really interested with, I guess, hearing about. Let's start with, I guess, Krystal. Like, how have you been dealing with this whole, quarantine thing? Anything surprise you about yourself or about being married?
Well, dealing with being in like the newlywed stage and quarantined is really a good way to test your marriage.
Uh-huh.
I don't recommend it. We moved into a new house, got married, and are living in quarantine all at the same time. It's really fun. So we're learning a lot about how we,
Tell everyone when your wedding was.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I got married on March 14th, which was like the day before weddings were just canceled. So,
whoa!
like, it's
Nailed
been,
it.
I put it,
Wow. So had you waited for the 15th? I don't even know what day of the week that was. But let's pretend your wedding was on a Saturday and this was on a Sunday. Like, had you waited for that Sunday, like you would not be married right now.
very much so. Yes.
Right. Wow.
So it was terrifying. Like the day before the wedding, I'm like in tears because the venue wouldn't tell us if we could have the wedding or not.
No way.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, wow, like everyone always says brides always overreact and they're freaking out. And I was like, no, this is valid. This is like very,
That
like,
is very valid.
what the heck?
Yeah.
So I had a nice caption on my Instagram post for our wedding pictures. I put like what Love in the Time of Coronavirus, because Love in the Time of Cholera is a great book. So we're just living in that. Yes.
Yeah.
But
So has anything like helped you guys? Like, I guess what has been the most beneficial thing for you, like to do as like a newlywed couple?
I think one of our favorite things was being able to go away at the very beginning for our honeymoon and just hike and be away from everyone and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're still doing our premarital counseling. We've kept that going. And that has been amazing because it helps us just like come together every other week, talk through what's going on, and have someone else there to voice those feelings and bring out in a positive way.
Right. In a very like safe place.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So if someone was just getting married right now, I'm sure there's still lots of marriages going on. Like, what are some things that newlyweds should look out for during this, quarantine time?
Try really hard to find your own space.
Ooh.
Because you're stuck together. Being like, try to find time to just be with your friends and he be with his friends and do your own thing, even though you're stuck in a house together. And just have a lot of patience. The other people are going to be at their like highest level of anxiety. Expect that and just kind of be okay with it.
Yeah, for sure. Because I think that like allowing yourself to have like your own space is helpful because, like if we weren't in this time, like you would be at work or he would be at work and then you guys would be able to come together in the evening, right?
Yeah.
And kind of talk about your day. Like, like I think Kelsey can attest to this too. Like that's not happening anymore. Like you guys are like.
For me, I still go to work. I'm in an essential business, so that's also just like doubly hard because I'm terrified of like getting sick and then getting him sick. So, but definitely like for Kelsey and Alex, they're home all the time, I presume.
So we'll go to
Oh,
Kelsey.
yeah, we're home all the time, all together, nonstop.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wedding
well,
marathon.
Yeah.
I'm
Kelsey
gonna
and
ask,
husband, right?
A rather crass question. So I'm just gonna go for
Don't
it.
be okay. Go ahead.
Are we going to expect like a quarantine baby, like when all this is over?
No. That was probably my biggest fear is like if I happen to get pregnant, what would happen right now? And that
But
would
right
be
now
horrible.
you're kind of safe, like you just make the baby. You don't have to have the baby right now.
I don't want to have the baby at all right now.
So
and you have to go to the hospital and get checkups and like, oh no.
This will all be over in 9 months. Okay, you can have a baby right now.
And if you're
It's
perfectly
perfectly
you
fine.
can't have alcohol, and alcohol is hugely beneficial during these times.
Kelsey's like, that is a hard no, but Alex has like not said anything at all.
I'm on the same page.
Okay.
If anything, the quarantine has helped me realize more how much I enjoy not having kids because, like, I just have so much time to myself, can do all kinds of great stuff, you know, getting really into some video games I haven't played for a while, riding my bike a lot more, you know, kind of focusing on work. You know, eventually I'm going to focus on Kelsey too.
Priorities first, right? Like you first and then Kelsey.
yeah. So what have you guys been, what surprised you guys during this quarantine about your relationship or yourselves too? Anything surprise you guys?
I guess I was kind of surprised by the fact that I'm really enjoying the time together. You know, there are obviously moments where it's a little much, but, you know, we work all the time and then we really only have the evenings and, you know, you try to exercise and you make dinner and it feels more like chores during that time. And right now it feels just kind of fun. Like we can plan these more elaborate meals to make, and Alex and I both like to cook, so that's been fun. Like you said, we've been going on really long bike rides or walks with our dog. And, you know, it's just time that we get to do all of these things that normally we'd have to put off to the weekend. And then, you know, obligations kind of pop up. So it's been fun.
Do you guys have
Who's a better cook?
Also,
Go ahead.
My question.
very important. Kelsey bought me a Nintendo Switch for my birthday. And then I bought her Animal Crossing for her birthday, which was 6 days later, and she is straight up addicted. And it has been great to watch.
We have to
Those
become
switches
friends,
are out of
Kelsey.
It's
What is
true.
Animal
I
Crossing?
have. It's where you basically have a little character that looks like you, and you build an imaginary island, and all you do all day is you fish and you catch bugs and you plant trees and you try to get money so that you can build more infrastructure on your island, because there's a man, a developer, Tom Nook, and he requires a lot of money to make expansion. So it's kind of like reality, but like in a little tiny game where everyone's a raccoon and you're a person. And Krystal, yes, anyone who has Animal Crossing, we need to visit each other's islands because that's another component of the game.
My favorite thing is, oh yeah.
Go ahead, Krystal.
My favorite thing on there is the stock market. So you sell turnips, and it's like a stock market, and you are trying to figure out who has the best prices. And Josh, my husband, has like done a whole computer algorithm and figured out what the formula is and can like predict who's going to get what type of bump in their pricing. It's very.
You are kidding.
No.
Well, that works into my conversation because I was going to say, like, has Elijah Wood popped up into y'all's Animals Crossing and sold y'all turnips?
This. No.
What's the connection between Elijah Wood and Animal Crossing?
Elijah Wood apparently is into Animal Crossing, and he has started going into people's I don't know, like account or whatever.
So if you have a high turnip price, this person had 534 bells per turnip in this case. You can post your dodo code, and then someone can come to your island. So someone tweeted that out, what their dodo code was with their turnip price, and he went there. Otherwise, you have to like roam social media to figure out who has good prices to go visit.
As a person who is just like on the outside, I know what you mean when you say when you have a high turnip price, you need to post your dodo code. But I think that's one of the weirder sentences I've ever heard in my life.
Right. But it's keeping your marriage together, right?
Yeah.
Like
So Kelsey, Alex.
That's and then Kelsey's like quality time, Alex. Like you're allowing her to play Animal Crossing, and she's allowing you to play your DS.
Exactly. It's all about those separate spaces. I go to my island, and he goes to a different room in the house.
That's what I was gonna ask. Like, do you guys subscribe to Krystal's recommendation about like splitting up and having separate areas?
Well, we live in a 1,200 square foot apartment, so there aren't too many areas, but we have one room that's kind of the designated work from home office space, and our desks are right next to each other because that's just the way the setup is designed.
What are some recommendations you would give like other married couples?
I'll give a recommendation.
Yeah.
And I think this works for all people who are married all the time, quarantine or otherwise. You just have to be really patient with the other person and try to be really tolerant of them because, like, you know, you're two different people with two different sets of feelings and emotions and preferences. And, like, you know, you're both going to be, like, up. You know, one person's going to be up one day and then the next day maybe the other person's going to be up and you're going to be down. And, like, you just have to kind of go through all of those emotional ups and downs together and not like our therapist uses a phrase I really like called differentiation, where you don't allow someone else's emotional state to be contagious, right? So you don't become emotional because they're emotional. And I feel like that really helps. Like when I'm upset, Kelsey doesn't get upset. You know, she listens to like, okay, why are you upset? Like, what is the deal? So she can be there for me.
That is from Bowen, who I love, by the way.
Oh my God, I love Bowen Theory as well. Everything Isn't Terrible. It's like my favorite book. We'll talk about that.
Steven, you have my number.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Sidebar with Emma. Let's do it.
I totally agree with you guys. Boeing is a buy right now. I think it's super undervalued.
For sure. I feel like it has been. Like Bowen Theory definitely has been. I don't know. I took them in undergrad. Like I almost became a Bowenian, but decided to move on to structural.
Yeah. So Darren is not here. He is in New York City.
Darren is not in Texas, right?
He's in New York City, and he's like where all the action is happening. I'm telling you, like nothing's going on there, right, Darren? It's kind of like a ghost town in your city.
Yeah,
is
total
like
action,
dead?
full on ghost town, 150%.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and I can't tell if you're being sarcastic.
No, 100% sarcastic.
Oh.
And I also pretty much live with my girlfriend, and I know 1,200 square feet is small, Kelsey, but I live in a 600 square foot apartment with my girlfriend, and so my violin is playing.
Darren, you're not quite married yet, but you are in a relationship,
Still
quarantined
loser.
with somebody.
Yep. Still a loser.
How has that been in your relationship? Like, what can you tell us about? Did you guys? So are you guys gonna move in after this? Like, move in together, or?
Yeah. It kind of we were dating like I don't know, 3 months before COVID, 4 months, and then COVID hit, and it was just like, well, I'm not gonna risk anything being in the epicenter, so she basically just shacked up. And so we've been going on, I don't know, quarantine's like 56 days. So,
Ooh,
yeah.
So how do you feel like this has helped the relationship?
I think it's
How
all
does it
about,
help the relationship?
I think it definitely teaches you who a person is well before, you know, the commitment of marriage or actually moving in together, right? It's like a real test run and trial to see if you guys have long-term compatibility. And so I was like, I mean, you know, silver lining, you make the best of it. And yeah, luckily it's been working out. So it just makes us more sure in the relationship.
That's good. And you know how different couples argue in different ways. So like you can't really leave the house, right, Darren? If you get into an argument, you just gotta like get over it. Or just sit on your side.
I do have a balcony, so you go like hang out there. Yeah, that's part of the 600 square feet.
All right, I feel like we've given you guys enough crap. So now we're gonna move on to Steven and Carl. Steven and Carl.
Let's talk to Carl. How are you doing, Carl? So
I'm doing good.
So the thing's, what's kind of cool is everyone's kind of in a different situation. I know, Carl. Are you single? Are you dating? Like, what's going on with you?
I'm single. I'm single as one can be.
Hear that, ladies?
Yeah. Isn't that
Carl
enticing?
is single and ready to mingle.
So
Carl,
we
are
can meet
you
up in a
on
month or
dating apps?
two. I'm sorry.
Are you on dating apps currently?
Kinda. Haven't really found a lot of motivation to use them a lot during this quarantine time. I think my pre-pandemic dating style would be to, as quickly as possible, get to like, hey, let's meet up for drinks.
Mm-hmm.
So now when that's not an option,
Obviously,
I have not adjusted my style.
Right.
So how's this?
I've heard that Animal Crossing.
Meeting up for a Zoom drink or Animal Crossing seems much less enticing.
It's a great way to date.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great way to meet at least
a married woman.
Me and my friend did a
Not me.
We did a
Alex,
friend
what do you
date.
think about that? Your wife says Animal Crossing's a great way to date.
Krystal has to say
You
something.
know,
Right? Let Krystal talk.
She's met a lot of great guys on Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So
All right, Krystal, what were you gonna
what
say?
were you saying,
We
Chris?
me and my friend did a friend date on Animal Crossing. We did Google Hangouts and just talked to each other while doing Animal Crossing. Like,
Okay.
you could do friend dates on Animal Crossing.
Yeah, that's
All
like
of that
I don't know if
sounds
Carl's the
not
type of
good.
person to have
None of
a
that sounds
friend.
good.
It's another
friend.
way to get friends.
Animal Crossing.
Like maybe I'm being stereotypical, but I'm just like thinking of the girl who'd be like, yeah, let's totally do that. And I don't know if I want to date that girl.
yeah. So Carl, are you on?
Maybe that's.
Yeah, Carl, are you
That's
on
just-
dating
that's
apps
your type.
right now, or you doing any swiping?
Every now and then, I guess
Yeah.
when I'm bored, I'm like,
I was gonna
okay,
say,
I'll
yeah.
do a little bit of swiping.
Yeah.
And
I was
then
gonna say,
after
like, are you
5
noticing?
minutes, I'm like, why am I doing this again?
Well-
set up a date for the weekend? No.
Well, you can.
maybe chat for 3 weeks and try to maintain that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's like the big, like for people who are single like me, like I'm not on apps either. And then like Zorric and I were talking about this a few weeks ago where I was like on a happy hour with my best friend, and all of a sudden she's like, well, don't worry about the reasons why other people are doing it. Do it because you want to. And it like almost got me to the point of doing it. And I was like, no. I was like, because they're only doing it because they're bored, and I'm only doing it because I'm bored. And that's not fair.
Yeah.
And so I'm with you on that.
Mm-hmm. Would you do a video date, Carl? Like FaceTime date?
I mean, I guess I'm open to it.
Yeah.
Sure. Why not? I guess.
It doesn't
but-
sound very promising.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get, as opposed to meeting up for a drink, meeting a real person face to face.
Mm-hmm.
That at least sounds like there's more upside, as opposed. But yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
These are different times. Got to take different measures and methods and whatnot.
So
Maybe I
you're
should
practicing your
adjust.
social distancing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what else have you been doing, Carl? I mean, since you're single, are you finding ways to work out at home? Are you, I don't know, watching more TV? Like, how do you spend your time, in quarantine?
Yeah, I found working out every day. I've been like cementing that into my routine, my daily routine, making sure I do that every day because with everything going on, it became very clear early that if I work out more, I feel better, and I should keep doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Do your workouts consist of coolers with books, or have they
Sometimes
expanded
they do.
from that?
Sometimes they do. I did that just yesterday, in fact. I did some bent rows to rip that upper body.
Man.
Wait,
you could
this is the real thing. You fill a cooler with books and lift it? Okay.
Yeah. Got to fill that ice chest with some extra weight and just.
Why aren't you putting beer in that?
Are
cooler?
you judging a little bit, Steven?
I mean, no, because Carl's in great shape. We can see on Zoom. It's apparently working. But
Steven, if you want to get bigger arms, you need to put books in the cooler and do some bent roasts.
Okay.
What about berries?
Yeah.
You need to do cooler bent roasts.
I'm taking notes. This is good.
So I guess, Carl, as a single man out there, like what do you want to tell other single men to do to just kind of, I don't know, whether it's better themselves or just pass the time? Should they date? Is this a time to date for single men? I don't know.
Yeah, if you want to. I mean, for me, that's never been my style of like chatting a bunch, but I could also see benefits to it of you could very quickly hop on a date and see instantly whether there's something there or not. But you just have to kind of accept the fact that, like, all right, we're all stuck in this unique time and chances are we might not meet up for a while. Or you could find someone who's just as daring as you are, and you could meet up this Friday at many restaurants.
No.
Oh my God.
There should be a specific dating app for that.
Zorric, get on that.
Crazy people.
But Carl, what if she was a 9? I mean, she was not a 9 on every level.
It changes everything.
Yeah.
So if it was like Christine Brinkley, like you do it.
I mean, of course, yeah. I mean, all right, yeah, let's hop on a Zoom call now. Like, yeah, let's go. You want to play Animal Crossing? I'll download it. Yeah. Okay. Oh,
Nice.
my turnip prices are real high.
Ew. I don't know how you made that like super sexual. That was really weird to me.
I didn't. I think you did, Emma. I think that was you.
Okay. All right. Last but not least, let's talk to Steven.
Oh my god.
Steven, who's like my frenemy, because like we like have these like little like fights.
Yeah.
And then he's like
Is
6'2" and I'm like 4'10", and I still feel like you're more afraid of me than I am of you.
Except now that I know you love Bowen theory, I'm like, we got like a common bond. Like
We've had a few things in common.
Steven is just a classic sub. He will just bow down to anyone.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about your husband later.
Scared of Emma, Steven. Steven, why are you so scared of Emma?
Because I'm 4'10" and I'll kick some butt.
Yeah, well, she's fierce, but
I'm a Latin. It comes out. I'm feisty. I like to argue.
Is that why you're working out your arms so much?
Steven.
yes, so I can get into
Thanks
a
for
fight.
clarifying.
Okay.
That is not why I'm working out.
Okay.
And I need to get a cooler and more books apparently, but.
So let's start with just an open-ended question. So Steven, what are you doing while quarantine? Like what are your things? What's your routine?
Oh my gosh. So this is going to sound like fascinating to people, but I'm eating like a lot of ground turkey and but I've got like a creative project I'm working on. I'm like working on a book, and it's like, you know, if you're going to have like 50, 60 days at home, maybe 100 days at home, like this might be the time to do your creative project. And it's going okay, but we'll see. We'll see.
Are you allowed to talk about the subject of it at all?
It is. I mean, it's super nerdy. It's related to, I have a column in Slate. It's about Wikipedia, and it's like all the, like, you know, battles for like fake news and misinformation. Like there's so much coronavirus misinformation right now. And I was kind of like, can I fictionalize this? Can I make this a story? And I think it's going okay. It just takes time. Like for a while I was like, okay, I have no commute. I should like write like 4 hours a day, but like, that's not how creative things work. You kind of need to like, not just, you know, churn it out. You need to like kind of, you know, see how it goes and improvise a little bit more.
Any?
I forgot to say that like Steven's kind of like can we call him a successful journalist?
That'd be the nicest thing you've ever said to me, Emma, but I think it's...
That's true. That is what I just think I've said about you.
So Steven, any romance, or are you just focusing on work right now?
Oh, I've been pretty zeroed in. I don't know. I feel like when I come up for air at the end of this virus, maybe I'll have a little bit more energy for that kind of thing, but not right now.
Are we gonna hang out again?
We are, and my arms are going to be jacked, and and
I don't understand. Stop it. Stop it. What are you doing?
J for Jingle Bells. No, okay. So you're focusing
for jacked arms, right? Yeah.
Jacked arms. So okay.
I feel like, what does that mean?
I don't know what they're talking about, but they so you're focusing on work, right, Stephen? It looks like, but no dating. Is that because you just haven't found that person, or you're just you're focusing on your career at this point?
I don't know. Like when Carl was talking about online dating being bad, I was just like nodding. I was just like, yeah, that's like the worst thing ever, right?
Everybody's online dating right now. As soon as we were quarantined, everyone's like, you know what I should do? I should probably focus on my love life, and got onto the dating apps, and they're like, we have nothing else to do. Might as well do this now.
And
so I just feel like the quality of people are not the best.
Yeah.
That are on there right now.
The quality is not high. Yeah.
It's quantity, right? It's a lot of quantity, but not a lot of quality.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, Stephen, what else have you been doing besides? Anything fun? Writing. Okay, writing is fun for you. I could barely write, but anything like working out, or I don't know. Have you discovered a new hobby? Painting, something like that.
Oh my gosh. Well, we've already plugged Parks and Rec. That's a great show. Community is likewise an amazing show. Rick and Morty. I was running on the trail today, and I was like, this guy who I was previously texting was and he was only wearing a mask and all this stuff. He's stay at home. And I just saw him on the trail, and I was just like, okay, well, you're totally not practicing preaching what you preach. There's that kind of thing too, where you see somebody, because it's when you go out, you're kind of trying to
stay away from people.
Energy. You get your creative energy, but I'm putting up my crucifix right now, but that's what it was like in real life.
Okay. What else, Stephen? Anything else as far as quarantine life that surprised you about yourself? For me, Stephen, I figured out that I don't need to eat out every day, and I don't need to go to Salt Bay with Darren or expensive restaurants. What about you, Stephen? Have you discovered something about yourself?
Wow. Well, I was about to pat myself on the back for cooking, but it's really Dallas Prep Kitchen, where they give you all the the food and stuff, and it's you just microwave it. But there's a lot of that, right? Because I tend to eat out a lot in non-quarantine life. And what have I discovered about myself? I think I didn't mind the quarantine as much as other people, maybe more extroverted people, for the first couple weeks. That might be a sign that you're an introvert, by the way, if you're you didn't hate it for the first couple of weeks. But I don't know, 6 weeks in, I'm just kind of this is not the best thing. So
yeah,
that's kind of what I'm finding out about myself.
Yeah,
you hated it immediately, right?
I hated it from the beginning, and I think I was more bummed because I had a trip planned for California and I couldn't go.
Right.
So it just from that day it was I'm finally here, but it's been all downhill. Yeah.
Just to plug Squishin's timing, we got our ski trip in a week before. So good job.
I gotta say, Darren, about Salt Bay's restaurant, what was I know how Zorric felt about it. I'm just curious to know, are you an avid Salt Bay lover like Zorric? And then if you're not, kind of what your thoughts on were on it.
I was not a Salt Bay lover until Zorric bought us matching T-shirts at the end.
Oh my gosh, you didn't wear it? You didn't wear your shirt?
No, we got shirts. Zorric insistently
I did.
purchased
No.
Salt Bay T-shirts for $80 each, and now it's on my wall.
Okay.
Missed opportunity to wear that shirt, and y'all could be matching.
Yeah, Emma. So Darren declined like in front of the table, and then he whispers in my ear, "I wear a size medium." So
Medium. It's medium.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Carl has a workout for you.
You want to bulk up, bro?
My arms look good enough as is. You know? I'm already in a relationship.
It's Carl's like mock workout video. That's what you guys are referring to. I'm there.
What do you mean
I'm
mock? It's not a
there,
mock workout.
I'm there.
Those for
I
real.
got it. Because I really thought it was real at first, and then like it took me a while to be like, oh, he's being funny.
Carl, you should clarify these things when you're being funny.
Yeah.
This is a joke. This is a joke.
all right, Emma, I think you have some questions for the group, just a few, and then we'll jump into a game, which we'll see how it goes.
Okay, so lately, someone in charge of something has recently spoken about like using disinfectant and vaccines for the coronavirus, right? So who do I want to ask this?
Let's
to
ask this to
first?
Krystal. Krystal's been a little quiet.
Oh shit.
Krystal, we'll ask you this question first. So
Hey,
She's also a chemist.
I'm gonna have a lot of feelings. I like preface that.
So just a reminder, I'm not a part of this. I'm a neutral party. So
Yes.
whenever I ask these questions, this truly just involves Carl, Krystal, Steven, Zorric, Alex, or Darren. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So if you could pick someone from the
And
group-
Kelsey.
You forgot the husband. No, you
Also
forgot the
known as
husband.
sub.
The
Oh, I'm
husband.
sorry. Okay. So if you
Okay.
could pick, if you
Question.
could pick someone from the group, and you could only shoot someone like with the vaccine of disinfectant, who would you pick? Just one person
A vaccine of disinfectant. Is this
to
the
cure the
bleach?
coronavirus. Yeah, to cure the coronavirus.
Well, we don't know if it cures the coronavirus. It's.
But let's pretend
Zorric.
that it will.
Oh man.
Zorric.
He's a dirty,
Is the
dirty
question
man.
who would she inject with bleach, or who would she inject with a cure for the
That's
coronavirus?
Like who
Which is disinfectant.
Same thing, Alex. They're the same thing.
who would she kill?
Okay.
Husband, I
Okay.
didn't think you were part of this.
So hopefully we'll
I
be
would-
able to find. Go ahead.
I would
Krystal?
give this to Zorric because he helped make this question. He was-
Nice.
Yes.
All right. What else? What else you got?
All right. So hopefully we'll find a cure, right? And we'll have
Yeah.
a vaccine soon.
Yep.
Right? Who's next, Zorric?
Let's talk to Carl.
Carl. So hopefully there's a vaccine soon, right? And so like
Yeah.
we know how to work this, and we know how to like at least cure it and prevent it, and not be like so like not everyone can catch it. So if you could pick someone to get the cure or the vaccine from this group of the coronavirus, who would it be?
Everyone dies. Everyone dies.
What?
Yeah,
Except the one person.
except for that one person.
It's like a Sophie's Choice, but
Yeah.
worse.
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna pick you, Zorric, since Krystal killed you. I'm gonna bring you back to life with the vaccine. I'm gonna protect you from the coronavirus.
So he's no longer a zombie, or he's a functioning zombie. at
Yes,
this point.
I'm
Yeah, he's a
functioning.
zombie who doesn't have coronavirus.
Did you
Okay.
wait 3 days, Carl? At least
3 days?
3 days. He died and then he rose.
It's a
Oh, he's
zombie,
not
zombie thing.
Dying for anyone's sins. He's just
Okay.
dying and coming
What
back.
about
So
it
it's
for
like
his own?
instantaneous. He doesn't need to go to hell for 3 days.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna do this one for Steven.
Yeah.
I think this
Okay,
one's
okay,
funny.
good, good, good.
It's gonna make you super anxious.
Mm.
If you hosted a party, Steven,
Mm.
and you could only invite 3 people,
Oh shit.
who would those 3 people be?
Make it the no married couples allowed party.
Oh my god. Oh my god. But wait, Emma,
You win.
I literally can't pick you. To ingratiate myself
Right.
to you, I can't.
You
Just so you
can't
know,
pick me.
just so you know, I totally pick you. But
No, you can't pick me.
I mean, I would Pick the single guys, Carl.
Obviously,
Zorric,
there.
and
Good
we
answer.
can
Good
drink
answer.
away our sorrows. That's the way to do it.
All right.
Biggest
What a bad
losers, right? Yeah.
Kelsey,
No,
I'll ask you a similar question. If a building were to be on fire and you could only save 3 people, excluding your husband, because we all know you will automatically save him, who would those 3 people be?
Ooh.
Oh man, this is a really challenging question.
You're welcome,
Who would I
guys.
say?
I'm here to break friendships. What can I say?
Kelsey, pick me because I'm
Okay.
young. Because I'm young.
Because you
Not
invited me
able.
to your party, Steven.
No,
You're
because I'm young.
dying in the fire. Sorry. Sit down. I think, I would definitely pick the essential workers, the people that have been going to work
There-
so I don't have to, Krystal and Carl.
There
So
you
those
go.
three.
There you go.
One more.
I have to decide
There you go.
between Zorric and Darren, and it's
Ooh.
tough. Darren never picks me to be on his team for code names, so I guess
And the truth starts coming out, you guys.
No,
Oh.
I would have done it by age. I would have just not picked the oldest people, which obviously was me. But that's as diplomatic as I can get.
All right, Darren,
Yep.
who would you pick for aliens to make contact with first?
And why?
I'd pick husband because he could use a good anal probing.
I'm not for the anal probing, but because you think I would be good at interacting with the aliens. That's why I'm
You can't save that one, husband.
Oh, geez. All right, Zorric, I'm going to ask you this one, okay?
Okay.
Who do you think has already had contacts with aliens
Oh.
out of your improv group?
I think it's Alex. It's husband.
No, you guys can't pick Alex. Alex has immunity like me.
Why?
Oh, Alex and aliens.
I mean,
more
it makes-
classic duo.
Alex has immunity like me. He gets to be saved from the fires.
he's technically
he gets to be
right,
invited to
so,
the party.
Yeah.
Let me ask. Okay, I'll ask Darren because I feel like Darren would be the most honest one out of this question.
Fact.
Who do you think is an alien out of this group? Not Alex, but somebody else. Who do you think would be an alien from this group?
It's a tough one. I'd actually have to go with Zorric.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah, Zorric hard. When we first met Zorric, he's just like, I don't talk to anyone. And then he has what, 5,000,
No
7,000
No real
followers.
human being loves Salt Bay that much. Aliens and-
Exactly. Do you guys know that I wake up to at least 2 videos on both my Instagram accounts of a private message of something that Salt Bay has posted every single freaking day, you guys. On both of my accounts. It is ridiculous.
I wonder who sent you
Alright.
that stuff. Okay.
Alex, you can't pick Kelsey because I know that it's an automatic for you. So you have to pick someone else.
Okay.
Which person would you pick to travel with you on an international flight?
Oh my God. That
International.
is really hard.
Mhm.
How, like to Singapore, 20 hours.
8, you know what? 8 to, so 8 to 20 hours. You could go from London to Australia, but anything international, overseas, Europe, Asia, Australia, not down south. Well, maybe down south too, because it's a long flight too. Kelsey excluded because you guys have probably already traveled together.
I'd have to pick Carl. 2 reasons. Number one, he always laughs at my jokes, and that would be super important on a long flight. Number 2, he's the only peacemaker in the whole group. So you don't want a bunch of 3s on the plane.
Hey,
No.
I'm a 3.
Definitely. I'm sorry. No 3s allowed.
I'm
It's
a
Carl.
1.
Oh, okay.
What is is this?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Enneagram. You're a 3, Darren. You're a 3.
He's a
just so
3.
you know.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, and this is to all of you guys, but I'm gonna go in order. And this question is not for me, so you can guess from who it's from. All right, Carl, I'll start with you because I'm going from like top to bottom on my screen. So, Carl, who would you pick to get the coronavirus?
Oh, shit. Where did this come from?
Not from me.
I'm gonna pick Steven because he's so young.
Oh my God.
So he has like the lowest risk.
Crystal, who would you pick to get the coronavirus?
I will pick Steven, not for the same reason,
No,
but because he could profit off of writing a whole like news journalistic
right.
thing about his
Memoir.
experience, and it would really be a positive in the end.
Okay. Steven, I'm going to skip you, so I'm going to move on to Zorric. I'm going to wait till the
What?
end.
So I would pick I would pick Steven for a different reason. Because he's the most fit and has the strongest arms out of all the guys. So I think he can handle corona. I'm sure he can.
Thank you for putting that as all the guys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And
Thanks.
yeah. Well, it's to be determined. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Kelsey, who would you pick to get the coronavirus?
You know, I'd probably pick Steven, but for a different reason. And that's because, you know, when you get the fever, I've heard your feet get cold, and he recently bought a really nice pair of slippers on Amazon. He loves them very much.
Oh my gosh, am I crying? Okay, Darren, who would you pick to get the coronavirus?
I actually would pick Steven as well. But like contradictory to Zorric's point, I think Steven should get the coronavirus because he could stand to lose a few pounds.
Just not in my arms, right?
Alex, who would you pick to get the coronavirus?
I gotta be honest. I feel like there is immense pressure to pick Steven right now. But
What's your reason?
I feel like all the good. I'm not picking him because all the good reasons for picking Steven have already been taken. So I'm gonna go totally different direction. I think the coronavirus is a rich man's disease. I think he needs money to fight it. So I'm gonna go Darren because he is the most solidly
I felt that reason was coming.
class.
All that.
Right.
Oh yeah.
There you go. There you go.
All right, Steven, this is your time to shine.
Oh my
buddy.
God. Oh my God.
So
Well,
I think I'm gonna ask you a twofold question.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Just
You
to
would
get
get
revenge.
coronavirus, and
okay?
why is it everyone?
Right.
Just
Yeah,
for
yeah.
you to get your revenge.
Mhm.
So it's a twofold. You ready?
Yeah. Okay. I'm ready.
Who would you pick to get the coronavirus, and who is most likely to die from trying the latest coronavirus anecdotal cure?
Mm-hmm. Okay. This is difficult because I'm getting multiple questions, but I think I'm gonna really deviate from the norm here and pick myself to get the coronavirus. It's like a sexy bisexual Jesus kind of thing where I'm like sacrificing for everybody and I'm getting it because I can take it, right? Who would have the?
Oh.
What was the second question? I didn't quite get the second question. Okay.
Who is most likely to die from trying the latest anecdotal cure?
Yeah. Well, what would happen is Kelsey would be like, "Husband, try this," and like she just give him like bleach or something, right? And he just, he just kind of take it. So that's so I
That's how we
picked
end
Alex.
most of our arguments.
Alex
Drink
would
the Kool-Aid.
drink the Kool-Aid, right? Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, no. Actually, like, that was the reference. So, Bleach is having this whole PR problem right now in Lysol. And what they reference as the most, like, apt comparison is Kool-Aid.
Oh,
Because
shit.
of Drink the Kool-Aid, they have the biggest PR problem from that. That was like a very good reference, Emma. Good job.
Thank you. I had a blonde moment while doing that, but I will take the very smart props. Thank you.
Nice.
You guys, I'm like really smart. Like you don't even know.
So
We don't know.
All right.
is that it? Is that it, Emma?
That's all I have.
Okay.
I hope that you
Okay.
guys, I hope that this friendship ends forever. So you're welcome.
I think it made us closer, but okay, we have one more maybe short game. Emma, do you think we can do it? One more short game?
I think you might have to be in charge of it.
You will have to do it because yeah.
Damn it. Okay.
Okay. You guys ready?
Okay.
Another 10 minutes. 10 minutes. You guys good? 10 to 15 minutes?
Oh, definitely.
Okay. All right. Let's play this game. What is this called, Emma? This is called...
It's called.
Wait. Okay. So now for the moment that everyone's been waiting for, Emma.
Yeah.
It's a game you've seen on YouTube. Will Ferrell's
I'm
played this
prepping it
game.
now.
Mark Wahlberg
With
has
Mark
played this
Wahlberg.
game. It's a world premiere on the Date podcast. Never been done before.
It is.
It could be a really fun game. It could be a disaster.
flop.
It could be fun. It could flop.
And
But
if you guys make it a flop,
yeah, yeah. But I say world premiere, Emma, because we have listeners like in different places, like Spain, Australia, UK, France, Canada, like
this
everywhere,
is all true.
and Turkey. My boy Salt Bay, I think he's a listener. But the game,
Oh yeah, he definitely listens to us, and he is like as obsessed with you as you are with him, 100%.
yeah, definitely. But the game is called Don't Laugh. Did you guys hear that? Don't laugh.
It's like echoing.
Don't laugh.
Okay, it's it.
That's the game. Okay.
Can you just put your microphone on mute so you don't?
No, you can't do that.
Trouble?
Okay. So the rules of the game. Emma is going to send each and every one a joke. When you
Yep.
read the joke silently, or when you read it out loud, when you hear it, you cannot laugh. If you laugh, you get a negative point. If you get 3 negative points, you're out of the game. So you cannot laugh throughout the whole game. Emma, you'll send them individually a joke one by one, randomly, through the chat,
Yep.
Zoom chat. And you cannot laugh. No one can laugh.
You cannot laugh reading it. You
Nope.
cannot laugh in reaction.
You cannot
to it.
mute, because I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be watching you guys. You guys ready? Any
If
questions?
your video goes away for whatever reason, that counts as a negative point.
Yeah. And the winner gets a trophy. Do you have the trophy ready?
Yes, I do have a trophy.
All right.
Okay, so do you guys see my back wall and how it's like just filled with unicorns?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many unicorns.
So, you guys, I have also made a unicorn for you guys.
Is it in the toilet paper unicorn?
Yes.
I love it. I love it so much.
So the winner is gonna get their face placed on this beautiful unicorn, and it's gonna go all over our social media.
Mhm.
Nice.
You'll be famous.
Adorable.
Unicorn famous.
Okay. You guys ready?
Said that.
You guys ready to play the game?
All right, I have my first joke.
Okay. So,
Okay, let me see who's the first person. All right, Carl, you're up first just because it was alphabetically.
okay.
All right.
Okay, ready?
Wait, where's Steven going? Gosh.
We gotta wait for Steven now.
Okay.
You made this motion.
It's either more alcohol or pee.
Oh, truly. Okay.
White
It's
claw.
the claw.
Okay. All right.
All right, are we ready?
Okay, so I'm watching you guys. You cannot laugh, or I will deduct a
All
point.
right. All right, it's sent.
Just to call, right? In Zoom?
Yep, just to Carl. Mhm.
Okay.
Do I read it out loud?
Yes.
Yes.
Why do bicycles fall over? Because they are too tired.
Oh, you guys are good. Okay.
This is gonna last forever. All right.
All right.
Random.
Krystal, you are next, girlfriend.
Okay, do I read it? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Did I tell you the time I fell in love during a backflip? I was heels over head. No.
Okay. All right, Steven, you're next, bud.
Tough crowd.
Okay.
I know, very tough.
What did the ocean say to the shore? Nothing. It just waved.
Who laughed?
That
Zorric?
was
Zorric
Zorric.
laughed. Zorric
That was
laughed.
Zorric.
Zorric.
That was Zorric.
Keep
Yeah.
Okay, guys, can we laugh? If you're in the audience, can you laugh?
Nope.
Because
No,
Nope.
you're not allowed to laugh at all.
Nope.
Okay. No, not even in the audience. Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
All right, Kelsey, you ready?
Yes. What time did the man go to the dentist? 2:30.
All right, Darren.
Did you hear about the two guys who stole a calendar? They each got 6 months.
You guys suck.
What if you get the joke, but then if you like have an inspiration for another joke, you can say that to try to get people to laugh.
Zorric, what do you think?
Say that, Alex. What?
Zorric's cracking himself up over there.
Okay. How about best laugh wins?
Ooh, that's
You
better.
have to laugh.
You have to laugh.
You read the joke and then you have to laugh, and the
I
best
don't know
laugh
if
wins.
I appreciate the changing of the rules of the game while playing the game.
Let's go a couple more.
Do one more round.
Let's go one more round.
and you can improvise a little.
Yeah, one more round, and then yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
Okay, improvise.
Go ahead,
Okay.
Emma. One more round, and then we'll improv.
Okay. All right, Carl, it's back to you.
Today, my son asked, "Can I have a bookmark?" And I burst into tears. 11 years old, and he still doesn't know my name is Brian because I'm not his real dad. Because we
There goes
adopted
Krystal.
him.
There goes Krystal.
I laughed at that. I definitely laughed at that.
Yeah.
Okay. Next
All right,
joke.
Krystal, you ready?
Yeah, you can say it in an
Okay.
animated way
Yeah.
too. I mean,
Okay. What do you call a fake noodle? An imposter. Imposter. No.
All right, Steven.
Alex almost left. Go ahead.
Okay. Which of the following is the biggest sub? Alex.
I'm out.
I'm out.
Carl's the only one who didn't laugh.
I laughed at my own. Sorry.
You're out too.
All right, Emma, send another one.
Okay, Kelsey.
I was on mute. You heard the rumor about butter? You guys, did you hear the rumor about butter?
Oh.
Oh, never mind. I shouldn't spread it. I actually really like that one.
Okay, Darren.
Carl's so good at this game because he lifts so many coolers.
Work on my knowledge, my body, and my mind.
What happens to frogs who park illegally? I don't really care. I'm going to Salt Bay. That's all I get.
Okay, I'm gonna give one to Alex. Oh, hold on. All right, Alex. Ready?
Oh, I got one. What do you call it when Batman skips church? Zorric going to get a massage on a Sunday.
You count smirks or?
I don't know.
No.
I'm not the one that's
No.
giving points out.
No.
I
Okay.
think Carl's the only one who never laughed.
Wow, Carl.
I think, yeah, Carl.
Everyone knows.
Okay.
I couldn't see everyone's reaction because I was like posting the jokes.
Okay. 2 more and then we'll end it because it seems
Everyone
like.
knows I hate laughing.
That's not
you-
your thing.
Like it's
Steven,
like
you
the
are
coronavirus question where somehow I was the only option out of 10 people. Yeah.
Oh, that was rough. Sorry.
What's the best day to cook? Friday.
Is Zorric laughing?
For Steven, it's never because he doesn't usually cook.
What prep kitchen is cooking, right? Like you microwave
Just
it.
like just crack an egg.
A minute and 30, sometimes a minute and 25.
Okay, so let me give you guys the score. Okay. Kelsey.
Do one more? Nope. Okay.
Yeah, Kelsey laughed once, Alex twice, Krystal once, Darren once, Steven once, Carl 0.
Nice.
0.
Damn.
Because
So-
he's not funny at all.
He who laughs always laughs none during the game.
I have a terrible sense of humor.
At least you admit it.
It's well documented.
Who should we give the last one to? Should we give it to you, Zorric?
Let's give it to, I think, random. Whoever, not me, someone else. I'm watching.
Random.
Random.
Okay, everybody pick a number between 1 through 10.
6.9.
7.
3.
2.
9.
What were the rules again? 1 through 9?
1 through 10.
1 through 10? 1.
All right, Steven
It's
got
called
it. So it's
anchoring.
3.
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, last
Okay,
one.
Steven.
Maybe we can dethrone Carl here. Last
Okay.
joke.
All right, Steven,
Okay.
you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I gotta focus on the delivery.
Okay. This one's a good one. I giggled.
Can I improvise or should I stick to the script?
Whatever you want. And it
Okay.
doesn't count if you're covering your mouth, my dude.
Okay. Whoa. There's a lot of pressure. I lost it, but I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
Steven, whether you improvise or not, that just decides whether you're creative or not. That's all.
Fact.
Jeez.
No pressure.
It's not like writing, though.
What's worse than being single during coronavirus? Being married if you're Alex and Kelsey.
I felt like that one was more mean than
I don't get it.
He was
Because
just
she feeds
being
Alex
mean.
poison. We've been over this.
Not good.
Fail.
Fail.
I failed.
Okay, so it looks like Carl is the winner. He
One-day
wins.
unicorn
He
bag.
wins the don't
Carl
laugh
is the winner of this
game.
magical unicorn.
So guys, I think the problem with this game is that it's one you play with people face to face, and so maybe it's
Yeah.
kind of different over Zoom.
Bring
and-
him little tail.
Yeah, but anyways, Carl's the winner. He is the most unfunny. Is that what we call it, Emma?
Sure.
Yeah.
I will also be putting a
Congrats.
little space in front of this unicorn, this magical unicorn. So now you will have a horn and rainbow-colored hair with
Love
bangs
it.
cut to the side. Because in quarantine, I debated cutting my own bangs, and instead I cut the unicorn's bangs.
And
Nice.
that'll be my new dating profile pic.
Nice.
Perfect.
All right, guys. Well, I think we've said it all. It's almost an hour and 20 minutes, which we typically don't really talk that long usually. But, guys, thanks for coming on.
Yes,
we,
thank you,
we,
guys.
we tried.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was fun. We asked some tough questions about.
Steven, I do feel bad about you getting picked.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I lashed out because I was being so infected, but
I'll buy you a drink
forgive
next
you.
time I see you.
Anything else that anyone wants to say before we get out of here? Any tips for quarantine people, or single people, or people in relationships? No.
Work out your arms.
Work out your arms. What did you learn, Emma, about the group today?
That you guys are like really mean to each other, and you guys, I don't know why you guys are friends in all honesty, because it's like you guys just like to be mean to each other and then pick on Steven, which like I pick on Steven a lot, but like I was just like, damn, okay, like this is kind of overkill.
Oh my god.
Like I feel bad for Steven, and I never feel bad for Steven, you guys.
Right.
Nobody does.
We did this for his
You got
benefit
the
for
dynamic
you,
down
Emma.
perfectly.
Yeah. No, it's because they're jealous of my arms because they're so big.
Masturbating?
Oh.
So I think what I learned about everyone here, well, just a few people, is that Carl likes to work out, which I already knew that. I mean, but he's very, I don't know. He uses different things to work out his arms. So, which I learned you can use.
Also
Books.
masturbating, right?
Masturbating, yeah. That I learned not to steal Krystal's sausage. And
Or
then,
use the bathroom
Yeah.
when you have told her that she can use it.
That's true.
Bad way.
Which
Don't
I
do it.
felt you, Krystal, on that.
Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're welcome. I would have like pushed your husband out of there, or like just pushed him.
That's nice. Okay. All right, everyone. I guess that's it. So thanks for listening to the show. And I think we'll have some new digs in the next few weeks, right, Emma? A new studio. And I think
We will be
hopefully
having
we'll
a
be
new
able
studio.
to record face-to-face, hopefully one day.
Hopefully one day.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming on the show. And we'll see everyone next time. All right. Bye.
Thank you for indulging us.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to the Date Podcast. Please subscribe and review if you liked what you hear. Send us an email at hello@datepodcast.com for any questions, comments, or show topics you'd like for us to discuss. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Most importantly, tell your friends about our show.